of the curtain wall in the outwork. An exemplary way of wasting a curtain wall that now projected outward, projected towards the inner courtyard. Reichenberg Castle is one of the most significant defensive buildings of its time. The casement galleries built by Wilhelm II, which are still laid out for crossbows rather than firearms, are the oldest of the Rhinish castle history. These, together with the other building elements, such as the hall with its semicircular apse, APSE, seems to have been directly influenced by the Crusaders' castle style. Researchers of construction design are also interested in the Reichenberg Castle because of other special characteristics. The residential buildings are not roofed, but simply covered with layers of earth. The two towers on the top of the curtain wall are also rarities. Each of them originally had 3 semicircular stair towers around a circular main tower. After the counts of cats died out, the Reichenberg passed over to Hesse, serving as an official residence until 1806, when Hessen territorial fortress. In 1888, the administration of Nassau sold the fortress, which was in danger of collapsing, for demolition. It has remained a ruin until the very day, and access is forbidden for security reasons. You can get to it in about a 5-minute walk, or at least to its castle walls. This next castle was a rather impressive sight perched upon a hill. It's called the Mouse Castle, not because of its contents, but because of the bishop's name for which it was named. In 1356, the Archbishop of Treves received permission from the emperor to build a castle in order to protect the estate on the Rhine against the counts of the Katz family. Completed in 1388, Peter Sweck Castle was built within sight of the Rheinfels Castle, which is across from the Katz Castle, which belonged to the Katz family. Legend has it the owners of the Neukenselbergen Castle, which was abbreviated Katz, gave the smaller castle to the bishop the name Mouse, probably because it was a little bit smaller and it was his name. And in 14th century and in the start of the 15th century, it was the residence of the electors of Treves. Mouse Castle, as also known under the name of Remberg or Thurburn Castle, was very up-to-date in its time. Built on a hilltop, its core building, almost square and surrounded by outer bailies projecting toward the eastern defensive side, where it combined with a moat. The inner core of the castle is divided into 3 parts: a great hall with 2 stories, domestic offices that were only a ruin today, an inner courtyard, and in the middle 2 polygon angle towers frame the eastern curtain wall with the round keep in its middle. A residential tower on the western side is partly from a later construction phase. Mouse Castle was never destroyed, but probably began to fall into disrepair in the 18th century. In 1844, the archivist from Wiesbaden bought the ruins in order to preserve them. Around the turn of the century, Wilhelm Gartner, a Cologne architect, took charge of the castle's restoration in the contemporary style of that period. Many of the castle's interiors are still furnished with the Gutenstur style, a period of promotorism in the 19th century. It is a privately owned castle, which has some opening times. You can park on the side of the road and take the footpath for about 10 minutes.